So I don't particularly care for doing stuff like this, like, just filling up the frame with my head real quick in my apartment. I just threw up these lights real quick. But I wanted to make a little, pre-video before the main video, just to explain something that's been on my mind. I think what I'm struggling with on YouTube is that I think we all make these videos like we're some kind of authority on something. You know what I mean? Like we know the way to do things. And I'm talking about artists right now. Like, there are people who are like journalists and scientists and people like that who do know, But I think that it's a little bit too often that I'm seeing people who, and, I'm including myself. Like I look back at some of my videos and I just want to like puke, because I don't know. Like I don't know anything really, I know how to tell the stories that I write, I know how to film them the way I like to film them. I know how to get on stage and perform the best that I possibly can, but I don't know how to tell you how to do it. I mean, I guess I could share my experience with you and maybe that helps you in some kind of way, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know the way. I don't know, I'm not a moral authority either. I don't know what, your integrity should be, or your work ethic should be, or, your perspective should be on the world, or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows that kind of stuff. And that's what I struggle with personally on YouTube. That's why I had to pull way back, and that's why I don't come here as often, because, I just kind of feel like, why, And so I shot all this footage the other day. I was in the Bronx. I met a friend of mine for lunch. And I was in my old neighborhood, my favorite neighborhood. I'm there all the time. I got some great footage, fun stuff. I just shot all over the place. I didn't really shoot with intention. I just kind of received it, I just kind of inhaled the Bronx, and I had a fun day and I wanted to share it. And I shot a video yesterday by the Hudson River up here where I live now. And I just thought about, keep what's good and change what's not. I have this kind of mantra going in my head: keep what's good, change what's not. Keep what's good, change what's not, And it just had me thinking about a lot of different things that I thought were pretty, contributing. Let's put it that way. And then the shooting happens in Minneapolis. And 2 little kids are killed and 18 more are in the hospital. And, I think 2 or 3 people who are older than 80 years old are in the hospital getting shot, by some person who, I don't think anybody could tell you why somebody is going to walk into a church or a school where people are praying and just start shooting them, And what really bothers me is that people will 5 minutes later be able to have a political discussion about this. A political discussion. And also, a lot of people are like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to watch the video. You must watch the video. You must see what a 7-year-old kid looks like who just got shot for no reason. For absolutely no reason, because the shooter left a manifesto. The person was, anti-Semitic, but they're shooting in a church. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. I don't even care about the manifesto, to be honest with you, because what I care about is that there are more guns in this country than people. That this person was able to just walk into a gun shop and buy 3 guns legally. And this only happens in this country. This doesn't happen in any other country. There's no other place on the earth where people are going into churches, schools, stores, like what happened at Tops Market, you know, like, and shooting their own people, their own fellow citizens for who knows why, for no reason. And I'm telling you, watch the video. I'm not going to include anything here because I don't even know how to do that really. I mean, I guess I could take a video of my computer screen, but just go there and just search for this shooting in Minneapolis the other day and look at those children's faces and look at the elders' faces and think about your children and your elders and yourself. And understand that, you know, thoughts and prayers ain't it. That's not it. That's all we ever get. Something's got to be done. But I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't have any answers. I don't know what to say about it other than it's not okay. It's despicable. It's horrific. And it's not enough to have political discussions about it, to defend suddenly the right to bear arms or whatever. Like, you know, talk to the parents of those kids. Look at the parents of those kids. Look at those kids. So anyway, I had to say something about that in this video, you know. And I am positive that most of the people who have clicked on this video are now gone. I'm positive. And watch me get like 12 views on this video or maybe 30 views, something like that. Because I guarantee you that a lot of people have left. And I'm not going to say anything more about it in this video, and I'm just going to talk about, you know, keep what's good, change what's not in your life. Talk about a whole different thing. It was just something off the top of my mind. And I'll show you some footage of the Bronx, which I happen to think is the most beautiful place on earth. And you might disagree with that too, you know, and that's okay. But I don't know. You know, I just think I don't have much to add to that with this part of the video. I just want to show you some footage, talk about what I want to talk about in the video. I hope you enjoy it. I don't even know why I'm here or what I'm doing. I don't know what it's for. I believe in art. I believe in telling stories. I'm working on a full-length feature film right now and a play, a full-length play. And I'm working on a documentary right now. I believe in those projects so much. I don't work on any art that I don't believe in, ever. I just don't do it. You know, if I need money because I'm not working enough in my creative practice, I go figure it out. You know, I'll go do gig work or whatever. I don't care. So I believe in art. I believe in telling stories. I believe in gathering people from all walks of life because I believe in this country and the diversity of this country. And I believe in getting all kinds of different people into a sacred performance space and, you know, performing a play in front of them or showing them a film and all of us experiencing this moment together. Something beautiful, something meaningful, something provocative, something that we can talk about. I love doing Q&As. I love art. I believe in it so much. I believe that art can save the world. I believe that artists, more than anybody, can make a really positive, significant impact on people, can activate people. I believe in art. I don't believe in much else. I believe in relationships. I believe in people. I believe in love. I believe it. But I also believe that hatred exists And I believe that horrible people exist, and I believe that there are people out here who want to do bad things to other people. And, you know, sometimes I understand why. I understand where it comes from, and it's a serious problem because of the things that we do to one another. It doesn't come out of the blue, you know. Human beings are not the animals going out there killing other people to eat them. That's what animals do. We don't do that. We kill people for power, for money, for land. That's what we do. Only people do that. Only people kill other people for no apparent reason. Somebody told me the other day that there are some animal species that just kill and don't even eat the animals. I personally have never heard that before, but I believe it because I don't know, you know. I'm not a zoologist or whatever. I'm not a biologist. I don't know about that. But it seems to me that the reasons that we kill, the reasons that we have war, the reasons that we build these human killing machines, these tanks and these guns and these, you know, these weapons of mass destruction, so to speak, is just for power, for money, for land. We don't do it for, you know, some people say they do it for protection, but that's not the reason that these weapons were originally constructed and manufactured. They're made to kill people. Anyway, let me get back to the Bronx. Let me get back to something fun. And if you're still here, I love you for that. Thank you. And for those who left, I ain't mad at them. I understand. They don't want to hear it. That's the world we live in. You know, somebody came to this video and rolled their eyes and said, oh my God, you know, one of these guys, you know, he's woke or whatever. Yeah. After everything I just said, do you have a problem with anything that I just said? Really? You should investigate your heart. I am going to attempt to make an off-the-cuff YouTube video today because I have some free time, and I figured, what the hell, why not? I was in the Bronx yesterday. I shot a bunch of footage just for fun, and I figured, why not share it in this video and contribute to the community today when I have some couple hours of free time. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? I want to talk about, and I actually thought about this the other day and I put it in my phone. Keep what's good, change what's not. And I think I've been thinking so much about that when I watch YouTube videos sometimes. When I watch these camera videos, when I watch videos about like pretty much anything. I just think, keep what's good, change what's not, you know, as opposed to just get rid of something and start over again and start new and think that the newest thing is going to make everything better for you, whether it be a camera or a person or a place, a city, an apartment, a house, whatever. Running shoes, a car. Keep what's good, change what's not. And I think you have to be really discerning about that, you know, like to decide what's good in your life, what's worth working on, what's worth keeping, what's worth, you know, building with, and what's not, you know? What is something that really needs to be changed, you know? Do you really need to change your camera? Do you really need to upgrade from, you know, an S5 II to an S1 II, or from a FX30 to a A6700 or an FX3 to a Nikon, or like, is that really necessary? Do you really need to put somebody out of your life because you're going through some difficult times, you know, is it really the kind of situation where you have to like move, uproot your whole life because you feel like you just want to start new? And you know, maybe it is worth it, you know. Maybe it is something that you need to do. Maybe creating, you know, new energy, fresh energy, the unknown, a new starting line. Maybe that is a good thing. And so, yeah, keep what's good, change what's not, you know, like, I think that it's such a good way to live, you know, and such a good way to kind of look at the world. I was in the Bronx all day yesterday. I was hanging out with my friend Noel, eating lunch at our favorite Vietnamese restaurant by Kingsbridge over on Jerome Avenue. And oh my God, this place, first of all, I've eaten in so many different Vietnamese restaurants, and this place is by far the best on every level, from the food to the energy, the atmosphere, the people, like everything about it just feels like, Noel even said to me, it just feels like love, you know, like they prepared their food with love, they have the space, it just feels like love. There's art on the walls, they're, you know, supporting local artists, stuff like that. It's just really beautiful. And so that was really good, to put some good food in my belly, and then to just walk over the entire Fordham section of the Bronx, you know, from Kingsbridge to Fordham Road to Little Italy, all the way over to Southern Boulevard. We walked everywhere, up and down Arthur Avenue. But, you know, I was telling Noel, when I was a kid, a teacher once said to me, what is your favorite place that you've ever been to? Like, what's your favorite place in the world? And I said, Fordham Road. And she laughed, because if you know anything about Fordham Road, you know that Fordham Road is kind of like madness, crazy, just a lot of shopping, I guess. But to me, Fordham Road was like culture. You know, the entire world lives there. Everybody walks those streets. There's all kinds of different restaurants, all kinds of different stores, like so many different things that you can experience on Fordham Road. And so that's why I loved it so much. I just felt like I was a part of this entire planet. You know, people, different languages that you're hearing, different clothing, hairstyles, colors, everything. Just like the most beautiful place in the world to me. And so I got to walk up and down there yesterday, and I'm sharing a bunch of footage with you today about that. Sounds like somebody's mad. And it just reminded me that, you know, some things, as much as things are changing constantly, and Fordham Road is certainly changing a lot, it really hasn't changed at all. I still feel like it's one of the best places in the world, because walking up and down those streets yesterday, I literally think that I saw every type of person from all walks of life, from Kingsbridge to the Grand Concourse, to Fordham Road, to Creston Avenue, to Southern Boulevard, to Arthur Avenue, to all of it, Webster Avenue. Like, I just saw all kinds of different people. And sometimes I think it's easy to forget that we all live here together, and we all should have the same access to everything, that we all should be treated with respect, that we all should have the same opportunities. Like, I felt nothing but joy on those streets. You know, I know the Bronx has like a bad reputation to a lot of people, but I've always felt like the Bronx is the most beautiful place on earth. Did you know that the Bronx actually has more green space than any borough in New York City? More parkland. Botanical Gardens are right there, Pelham Bay Park, Van Cortlandt Park, Marshallou Parkway. Just green, green, green everywhere, but also the most amazing architecture, old buildings, Yankee Stadium, you know, the Bronx Museum of Art, Pregonis Theater. It's an amazing place. And it's just funny how narratives can be put out there in the world, and, you know, people think of places and things and people in a certain kind of way, you know. But I guarantee you, if you were walking with us yesterday, if you were experiencing what we were experiencing, you would have been enamored with the whole place. You know, we sat on a terrace by the library over on Kingsbridge, which is like a big, beautiful library. They have a performing arts space in there. They have everything in there. It's an amazing library. And I was sitting up on that terrace, and, you know, Noelle even said to me, she goes, man, I'd be here every day if I lived in this neighborhood. And it occurred to me that I just didn't take enough advantage of that library when I was living right there. But there was a smaller library near me that I took advantage of all the time. Anyway, I digress, I think. You know, keep what's good, change what's not. You know, I think that that's something that, I'm going to make a t-shirt with that on it. I haven't been here as much lately. I've been very busy working on a documentary, working on a feature film, and I've been feeling very, very grateful about the equipment that I have. I'm shooting right now with the Panasonic S5, the original one, and I'm actually using a Hollyland Lark Max to record sound into the camera. Shooting with a Minolta 50mm f1.4 Rokkor vintage lens. I'm standing here holding an iPhone in my hands, an iPhone 12 mini, tiny little one. I got some Hoka running shoes on my feet. I got some Lee jeans. Like, I'm so grateful for all the stuff that I have. And I really don't feel want for anything. You know, I've been talking a lot about trying to shoot this film with 3 cameras, using 3 anamorphic lenses at the same time, trying to get all these different angles. But lately I've been feeling like I might want to shoot it just with 1 camera. I'm kind of embracing the more, I'm not going to say the more difficult path, but the more kind of determined, like the more, I don't know, the path of having to really, really be intentional and think about everything that I want to do every step of the way. And if that means using 1 camera, that's what I'm going to do. And yes, part of that is that I really don't have the money to buy these other cameras, and there is other equipment that would, yes, make this process a lot easier for me and perhaps open up some, I don't know, some other possibilities for me. But then again, I've always been one to figure it out with what I have, and I don't wait for anybody. I don't wait for funding. I don't wait for, you know, producers. I don't wait for grants, any of it. You know, I've had certainly my share of great support, amazing support, but I never wait for it. And I'm just about finished with my script. I'm probably two weeks away from finishing the script, and I'm hoping to start shooting at the end of November. And I think I have everything that I need. I'm going to shoot it with my anamorphics, and I have the great opportunity of working with my friend Ebony Brown, who's going to be in this film. I'm very excited about that. There's somebody else in the film as well, but it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get the person that I want yet, so I don't want to say any names. But I'm keeping what I have, and I'm changing what's not. You know, I'm keeping what's good, and I'm changing what's not. In every part of my life, that's my intention, to keep the good stuff forever. Even though, you know, they say change is good, but walking up and down Arthur Avenue yesterday and seeing my favorite pizza place, Catania, was gone. A bunch of other restaurants that I love so much on Arthur Avenue were gone. A bunch of stores. You know, sometimes I think that change is not so good. Like, I I don't like change sometimes, and I see the value in keeping things for as long as you can sometimes. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That whole thing, right? But I also see the value in change being a good thing. Opportunity, starting new, fresh energy. I understand that as well. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about keep what's good, change what's not. And so I think I'm going to end this video without having really much specific to say other than that. I am going to say please subscribe, and please hit the like button, and please consider joining my Patreon. That would be pretty awesome. And I will see you again when I feel like it. The reason I like to come out here is because it's so quiet, it's so peaceful. The Hudson River behind me. If it's too bright out, I have shadow side because of the trees, and I have like the greatest soft light ever, although I'm probably too dark today, but I'll be able to tell when I get to post. But I'm going to put this up on YouTube regardless because I still think the image is going to look beautiful. I might not be lit properly the way I would be lit for a film, but for a YouTube video, I think it's fine. And not to disrespect YouTube videos, but you know what I mean. So anyway, now I'm babbling. Keep what's good, change what's not. Let's go with that. And I will see you on the next video when I have some time and when I feel compelled to come here. All right? All right. See you guys later. Be safe out there. Stay well. Take care of one another in this crazy-ass world. All right. I'm going to walk over now and shut the camera down. All right? All right.